I had been in an abusive relationship and I basically fled. I gave my life to Christ, and in that just found the faith to actually leave. And when I did, though, I left with nothing but faith. And so when I got here to Central Florida, I had exhausted all of my own options and, didn't have anywhere to go. I had two small children. One was an infant that was still almost a newborn. And that's how I ended up coming to the Orlando Union Rescue Mission. Well, when I first got here, of course you don't know what to expect, and I hadn't ever been, in that environment. I just didn't know. But when I got here, at that point, like I said, I was just so upset, so broken. I didn't really have a whole lot of. I was just happy to be somewhere besides my car. And, that night, I cried. That night I cried. I waited for my kids to fall asleep so they wouldn't know. Fortunately, they were young enough to not really understand. As long as I'm smiling, then they're smiling. But when they fell asleep, I just broke down and I just didn't understand what was going on. So those first couple of days were relieving and a roller coaster all at the same time, because feeling a huge sense of defeat in some ways, but then this huge relief of knowing that I was safe, that my kids were safe. So the more I got to see the facilities and what, the meals that they served and, all the different things, once I started seeing that we were safe, there was a relief that set in as well. So I guess those were the first days, but then the rest of my experience at the mission, it was definitely encouraging. I grew so much, even in my walk, my faith walk while I was here. Of course, I learned so much about God just from needing to rely on Him for everything. But it was just a really great place. I mean, being here and the people that came in and that shared with us, and the counselors that were here, everybody was so supportive and really encouraging, accepting of who I was at that time, which brand new believer with having made a whole lot of messed up choices in my life and contributing to why I was in this situation. And then, but not ever judging me and always encouraging and, pushing me in that right direction. So that's what I experienced. I experienced encouragement. I experienced not just an encouragement to keep going, but an encouragement to lean on God in that process and to get to know Him better.